Shalom, Kal La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and bishops and leaders of Great Millstone. Shalom to Yakim in the faith, doing the work in true sincerity. Lord, when this lesson is edifying and straight to the point, where I got this inspiration is firstly from the Lord, secondly from the Apostle Tahar. I want to land back off the Apostle and pretty much, back up what he was saying with some scriptures, because pretty much the point he made, what stuck with me, was that we're here to teach. We're not here to discuss. We're not here to go back and forth. We're not here to learn from a Muslim, from a Buddhist, from a 5%er, whatever the case may be. People of the world and those new covenant believers, a higher believers, a Shia, Yeshaya, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about, But he brought us some scriptures, and I want to bring out some scriptures. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, starting at verse 42. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. So the fact that we don't have a timestamp, the fact that Yahweh Shai himself don't know when the Lord's going to raise him up to come out here, that forces us to keep watch, man. That forces us to stay on our toes and our heels, and we should. And when it says watch, what are we watching for? We're watching for signs of his coming, like it said in the same chapter. The great earthquakes, the famines, the uproars, kingdoms against kingdoms, rumors of wars. And this is exactly what's going on. And the title of this lesson is going to be, you're going to find what you're looking for. Because when you, like they say in the world, let's get the definition of that, Lord willing. It's probably going to be like an urban definition. You're going to find what you're looking for. And we all know what this means. Usually our people use it in a negative way. They use it in a negative sense. Like pretty much if you keep I can't get the Urban Dictionary for the phrase, but pretty much if you keep, looking for trouble, if you keep bothering somebody gonna fix you. But, through the Spirit, if you looking, you're gonna find something. And don't get me wrong, there is periods in the truth where times are dead. That's true, man. Apostle Ramlah speaks on that. When things get kind of dull, you don't hear too much news and prophecy. Because when water, for example, anything that's not moving is dead, like stagnant. That's why the scriptures talk about living water, because that's alive. Like a river is known to be alive. Like if you take a picture of a river at 8:33, you take a picture of the river at 8:34. That's a different river, Salakia. But know this, that if the good man of the house had not in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken. In other words, if he was on point, he wouldn't have got messed up. He wouldn't have got robbed. A lot of these people, houses are about to be taken down, man. When you say your house, your temple, your body, Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Who then is the faithful and wise servant whom the Lord hath made ruler over his household to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant who is Lord when he cometh shall find so doing. Because it talks about how the Lord may come at the first hour, or the second hour, or the third hour. Blessed is he who's waiting in all them times, man. Because in the ancient time you had shifts over people that were watching, like the house or the city. You had watchmen on the towers that were pretty much, you had the morning crew, whatever the case may have been. You might have the midday crew and the night shift. And guess what? Brothers are like that in the spirit. You might be sleeping, but you got another brother doing the lesson while you're sleeping. And when you wake up, you doing the lesson. If he getting some rest, whatever the case may be, he might be at work and you got the time to do the work. Vice versa. Brothers could receive what I'm saying. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord, Yahweh, will come, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with great noise. The heavens is this place. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Everything that you see in Babylon, dead. The earth, also the works that are therein, shall be burnt up. That Mecca, that's in wherever it is in the Middle East, dead. Buddha temples in India, China, dead. Allah, whatever, dead. Chinese cats, Haitian voodoo, Dominican Santa Maria, Issachar, Day of the Dead, Benjamin, Haile Selassie. You see this wickedness, man? We can go on and on and on. Kemet, Hotep, Judah shit. I'm sure Asher and everybody else got their own wickedness, man. Hamites and their piss drinking, demonic, whatever the hell they got going on. But let's keep going on, Lord willing. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 11, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved. So us knowing through the Spirit and believing this and seeing the signs, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness. So yeah, brothers gonna find themselves talking about bullshit here and there whenever they get bored or after doing a lesson or after camp. But for the most part, we should be talking about some, hey, you seen this, that, and the third. You heard about the new Fed now, or, updating brothers, because different brothers got different spirits, or a different spirit can hop on you on a different day. You might have a demonic spirit on you one day, and another brother's going into the speeds of the chariots. You might be in the spirit the next day, where you going into what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. Another brother might be going into the MOTV. Like a little precursor. And all these things are puzzles. And all these things pretty much keep us occupied. And all these things pretty much keep us moving. It keeps us almost not happy, but happy, because we want to see these things come to pass. When one got nothing to talk about, that when brothers, be hurt, man. When it's like a week, you don't hear no crazy news. Crazy news is what keeps us going, because bad news for the world is good news for the elect. So you're going to find what you're looking for. If you're looking for prophecies, you're going to find prophecies. You're going to find signs of the times, because the point the elder made that stuck with me is brothers might come into this thing and the apostles might say through the Spirit, the Lord going to be back within the next 2 years, and this is hopeful thinking, ain't nothing wrong with that. If the Lord don't come back in them 2 years, keep going. The Lord coming back in the next 2 years, that might be, just because it works for one brother mindset don't mean, and it could be destructive too. It's you really, it's all through the Spirit, however it work with you. And you don't got to put no time limit on it, It's just kind of a motivation thing. Like for me personally, and I'm speaking as a man, I don't make plans out of 6 months. I don't see things out of 6 months. It's almost impossible, and it's true. Ever since I've heard the word, I can't think about shit out of 6 months. I always believe in the next 6 months, shit gonna fall. Like let's say I want to take a trip, or I want to see somebody, or I want to do something, that may be, whatever the case may be. Like I won't be like what we in July 24 chapter year 2023. I won't ever make a plan for February next year. I don't see us being here, even though of course we know we might be here because of the way things are going. But through the Spirit, we hoping that we out of here. Continuing on, the book of John chapter 7 verse 38. And Lord willing, you can receive what I'm saying. He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. This truth is living water. This thing is refreshed. It refreshes you, it refreshes our people. And you can't flow scriptures of living water if you're not looking, if you're not watching, man. If you sometimes, news will fall in your lap, like Fed now that fell in our lap, But sometimes you got to do some research for you to find a lesson. Sometimes you got to do some research for you to, be even more confident that these things are surely coming to pass. Not only they coming to pass, but soon, like quickly, like tomorrow. Isaiah chapter 62. Like for example, like me and a brother, we'll talk about like how we going through financial crisis and how we wish we had a better job and we wish we had a better paycheck or more funds in our account. But truly, we don't want more money. Like we don't. Truly, it'd be better if the Lord came back the next day instead of we got $6,000 dropped in our account. You know what I'm saying? It's just the flesh, man, and being here and suffering. That's another reason why we hope to get out of here, because we not where we want to be. Even if we had $6,000, that wouldn't satisfy us. What you gonna do after that $6,000 blow? And it ain't nothing to blow $6,000. You blow $6,000 in 2 weeks. If you got kids, week and a half. Isaiah chapter 62 verse 6. This the nail in the coffin. I believe we're gonna end in this one. Nope. We're gonna bring out Ezekiel 3:1 after, Lord willing. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. So I believe I brought this out already. Nah, I didn't bring this out yet, but this does back up the Matthew chapter 24. But that's back to the watchman up on the walls, man. That first hour, that second hour, man. We're not holding our peace. We out there prophesying. We're teaching. We're not discussing and debating. We're not giving you the benefit of the doubt. Another example the apostle used was when you go to college, if you're taking up the teacher, ain't no problem if you raise your hand. You ask a question or you might put your 2 cents in. But if you out here talking and they kick your ass out, but you banned. They'll knock you off the campus, man. You ain't got time for that. You out here wasting other people's money. Time is money. Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 1. Moreover, he said unto, and this is a school, this is a temple. When you come up to men of the Lord on the highways and byways, they're teaching, man. No men of GMS are just watchers, unless they're a newcomer, firstly coming into this thing. You either a reader or you a teacher. Moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat thou that thou findest, which is this truth. Eat this roll, this the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the kingdom, and going to speak of the house of Israel. Going to speak. Don't that speak. Let's get the definition. Let me finish off with this. So I opened my mouth and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, fill thy bowels. Because when you don't like something, you regurgitate, you spit it out. But when you like it, you take it in, you digest it. The word restaurant goes into restore. So when we take this in, it restores us. With this roll that I give thee, then did I eat it, and it was my mouth for as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel and speak the words unto them. So we're gonna get that definition and we'll wrap it up right there, Lord willing. BLB, Ezekiel 3 and 1. Sometimes you gotta look for this thing. Guess what? When there's not too much going on, the spirit will usually have you going into breakdowns, to occupy the time. You might go into something miscellaneous. Like, for example, I'm not trying to brag of what I'm doing. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. But, the brother had mentioned something at camp, and it kind of sparked my interest. He said Abraham was balling. So I want to go into what that, what it was like. Not that does this have anything to do with prophecy? No, but for the time being, it'll satisfy my soul. It's interesting to me. To tell, to pronounce the word dabar. To bid, to call him, to utter. But with that, Lord willing, says it was edifying and straight to the point. You're going to find what you're looking for. Call him like how about Shim Shai, by Shim Kakadash, double honor to the apostle of GMS. Shalom to Yakim in the faith, doing the work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.